Hey, what's going on YouTube?
What's up, y'all?
This is SCL0320.
This is Joe Johnson here, representing JBS. Y'all already know.
Yeah. So we are back for another review for The Flash, third season, episode 21, Cause and Effect. This is our recap review of the episode and what we thought about it. It is late. It's like 12:46. We are exhausted. We did get through the episode. We did do a reaction. That will be posted up later on tomorrow. But what do we think about this episode, though?
It was good. I liked it. I definitely liked the intro for the first scene where Barry's facing off of Savitar.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. He like fleshed out all information about who he is, why he's doing. Well, he doesn't necessarily position why he wants to become a god. He just acknowledges that he doesn't want to feel pain anymore. He wants people to suffer from the pain he's actually felt. But it's like, why use Iris as a catalyst to create himself? If that was the origin of his pain, or one of the biggest parts of his pain.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's really interesting because I feel like there's still more to that. But that whole beginning sequence, I thought it was amazing. The fighting, the dialogue, the position of it, and just even like how he jumps into his suit. I thought that was just all really dope. And the suit's got like some kind of remote control to it, where he doesn't even have to even be in it to actually utilize it. But I think this episode for me was more so a Iris and Barry revelation episode. I think that they haven't had time to really, think about themselves because they've been so worried about something happening to Iris. Like, as much as, this season they've been together, they really haven't, And it's like in this episode, we really get to see them thrive together, enjoy each other's company. Yeah. And fortunately, it's just a hollow shell of Barry. I mean, is that justified? Is that right? I don't know. What did you think about the whole Iris and Barry thing?
Oh man, I thought it was an interesting dynamic that it's well placed. I don't know how did that affect you?
I mean, I think that at first I was kind of like, this isn't the time for this. This isn't the time to be having this situation. Then I saw that it directly affected Savitar, but he didn't remember anything. And then Caitlin had to be involved, and that was a whole other arc that I thought was done really well, specifically with Cisco and with Julian, because it's obvious that Caitlin still has emotions there, but she's cold to him, no pun intended. But I think that for me, initially I was like, man, why are they going into this? But then you started questioning, and you were like, man, maybe you should, not remember the death of his parents and not be able to hold on to this baggage. And that was what, Iris was dealing with. And it added more compelling of a story. Even though they used this kind of random filler villain, which I think they could have just used Heatwave for that. But I guess he was with the Legends of Tomorrow, so it didn't matter. But it ended up being a really good story arc. Yeah. I think they did a really good job with refortifying who Barry is and Iris West. Her accepting it as much as him already accepting it and she realizing it. But I guess, what is the strongest point for the episode for you, though?
I think, man, like it just shows Barry Allen as a character, a person with good character. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, you take a character like Superman, him being so powerful yet he's so humble, and then you taking, Barry Allen. Character who's like literally has the power to change events in his favor, but does it because it would alter not only his reality, but he's taking the good and the bad, which shows a lot. Like it goes against human nature, It goes against self-preservation. Yeah. So it's interesting. See these like DC characters, just at the core of who they are. Yeah. Just if you take away their powers, they're really good individuals.
Yeah, I think what was it?
Or their powers just kind of like magnify their, hero qualities.
Yeah, because Barry had made this dialogue about him as a speedster could be a god if he lost touch of his morality.
Yeah.
And the whole concept is that Barry chooses to feel the suffering when he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to suffer at all. Matter of fact, he could be rich. He could do whatever he wanted to with his powers, but he's choosing not only to save lives, but he's choosing when bad things happen to not go back and course correct them or change them. Even though there could be ramifications of that, he could take the selfish nature in it and just follow through with it. And I think that was one of the key points in the episode with him and Iris and him like, I lived this. I could have done this, but instead I wanted to have my family. And in spite of like me having my own, it just wasn't real. And that I think it triggered something in me on an emotional level, and I thought he did a really good job with it. And as much as this episode, nothing really necessarily happened, I think it's a good segue into what's happening next. But it's like, I thought the Philosopher's Stone was the thing with the most energy. I don't know what that red thing is with King Sharp, but that was a pretty good reveal at the end. But anyway, I don't know. What would you give this episode? What would you give it?
I'd give it an 8.
8 out of 10?
Yeah.
I think I can remember the 8.5 or 9 out of 10. I thought it was a really good episode, but it wasn't anything that really happened. So I keep it at an 8.5, but I am definitely excited for whatever the season finale is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope. Anyway, keep it locked. JVS, we ain't going to stop until we go to sleep. Peace, everybody.